and welcome to my channel. If it is your first time stopping by, hi, my name is Allie. Today's video is going to be a book haul video, and it's going to consist of some of the books I received for Christmas as well as books I picked up after Christmas and one book that I got just before Christmas. Okay, I'll be sharing a total of 9 books with you. I will show the covers and briefly talk about them. I won't read the back. I don't want to make this a really long video, but I will do freeze frames and let you guys pause if you want to read the synopsis. So this first book, when I saw that this person was putting out a book, I was so excited because I really enjoy watching him on a lot of different type of shows, like on 2020. He's currently an ABC analyst. He's been on shows like 2020, and he is very well known for being a famous prosecutor in Southern California in his heyday. And it is called The Book of Murder by Matt Murphy. And you may or may not know of him, but I'll share his photo really quick so that you may recognize him because he is, like I said, he's tried some really famous cases over the years, and he's just really, seems like a really nice guy. And I was really thrilled to see that he was going to be writing a book. And it's basically kind of like his life as a prosecutor and kind of talking about some of those cases. Here, again, I'm gonna kind of do some pauses or some shots of this so you can pause and freeze frame about what he is writing about. But he's already had, yeah, so he's an ABC News legal analyst, formerly the senior deputy district attorney for the Orange County, or OCDA, I'm not sure what that is, Orange County Defense Attorney Homicide Unit, I think, or District Attorney, excuse me, it's probably, that's what it is. Orange County District Attorney Homicide Unit. So yeah, I am really, really excited to read this. I also got an autographed copy, so I was also excited to receive that as well. So yeah, he was really cool doing, he was promoting his book and promoting that he would, if you like did a pre-order, you would get a signed copy. So I did that, and I was really thrilled to be able to receive that. Okay, so the next ones, let's see how I'll go through this. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple, since we're just coming out of the Christmas season, I'll do the 2 Christmas stories that I wanted. So last year at this time, and I'll link this video in case you may not have seen it, but last year at this time, I read this really amazing book that was a Christmas story, and it was kind of like a not really time travel, but it was like sort of that aspect, and it was by an author named Courtney Cole. And I saw that she had 2 other Christmas books in her collection. Now, these stories are not all related. They're completely different stories. So I just wanted to get them because I thought I really enjoyed that one story, and I was like, hey, I like reading Christmas books during Christmas time. So this one is called The Christmas Dress, and it says, "One dress, 2 women, and the magic of the holiday season." So first, let me share with you the cover. It's very, very pretty here, and it's got a pretty dress, red and green colors on it. And it just says, "An enchanted Christmas dress brings 2 generations of women together for a magical holiday season." And so again, I'm just going to hold this up here and let you pause it. I'll do a couple freeze frames in case you would like to read what the synopsis is on this book. But again, really looking forward to reading this. The next book I got by Courtney Cole is called Home for Christmas, and I really love the cover on this one too. I love all the Christmas decor. And the top part just says, from the New York Times best-selling author Courtney Cole, the magic of Christmas season sends a woman back in time to the 1940s, where she meets her own grandmother and learns the true meaning of family and the holiday. And see, these are the kind of things I love. Like I said, I love like time travel, or kind of being able to go back and visit the past, whether it's in, you know, mostly in your own lifetime, but to be able to go back and meet like your parents or grandparents or something like that, I think is really cool. So I added that to my collection. This next book I have literally had in my Amazon cart for probably 9 months, maybe even longer. And I saw my friend Robin at Oh Hello Robin share that she had gotten this book, and I believe she had read it. Either that or she was wanting to read it, and she talked about the synopsis of this book, and I was like, yeah, that sounds really, really good. So I've had this in my cart, like I said, for probably close to a year, but it's called The Most Likely Club. I love the pink color on here. At their milestone high school reunion, a group of friends makes a pact to finally achieve their high school superlatives one way or another in this lively new novel from the acclaimed author of Last Summer at the Golden Hotel. These next two books are ones that I did receive for Christmas. They were actually ones that I had saw one time on a shopping trip to Barnes & Noble. I think it was the last haul video that I did from there. And I had wanted them, but I was like, oh, I'm not really, you know, buying any more books right now, but I'll take pictures of them and put them in my cart so that I could remember that I wanted them. So this one is, and apparently there's a whole series of these books, so I may end up going with getting the rest of them. But this one is from Cynthia Murphy, and it's called Signed, Sealed, and Dead. And it's got, you know, a cabin here, and there's a lot of red. But it says on the back, "Dear Paige, welcome to your new home in the Shore Haven. We've been waiting for some new blood." Yeah, I don't think this is going to be quite as crazy. This one's got like a really short little synopsis on the back here. And it does, like I said, have her other books in the series. It's basically, it says, like you'll see if you read this, but it says, when a true crime obsessed Paige moves to her father's childhood home, not long after she uncovers like the town's dark secrets, a string of unsolved murders from the 90s. So she ends up like going through some things and trials here to try to either solve it, or it says, will she end up being the next target? So I thought that was interesting. And it looks like the author's pretty young. I didn't show some of the other photos, but I happened to just page back and see this. So she's a fairly young author, but apparently has several books out. So I will see what happens when I read that book. This next book is one of the ones I had put in my cart at Barnes & Noble. And I didn't realize from the name, because my friend Heather over at, I wanted to say the Disney Housewife, but I think she just has her name as Heather Earl is her channel name now. But she told me that this author is actually a female, but the name makes it look like a male, but it didn't matter. I wasn't really tripping off that part. But she's read this book, so she was like, yeah, I didn't know that this person was a female until the end. But anyways, it is called The House Across the Lake by Riley Sigler. And I have a lot of like cabin or lake or what do you call it, covers like that, which is just weird. I don't know how it ended up being that way, but I have quite a few books that have covers like this. Let's see. So let me give you a quick little view of the story. So the short of this seems like there is someone who lives in one house and a couple that lives in a house across the lake, and the gal that lives in the house across from this couple ends up saving someone from possibly drowning, and then they end up becoming friends. But then there's a lot more that meets the eye, and there's a lot more things that are going to be going on. So again, I will let you read the synopsis on this one if you want to find out more information. Okay, these last three books are ones that I ordered on the after Christmas sale from Barnes & Noble, and I just did an online order because I was kind of disappointed, but the last 2 or 3 years, Barnes & Noble has had an in-store sale where they've had like 50% off all hardbound books. And I checked with the store before Christmas, and they were like, no, we're not going to have, we haven't heard about any kind of a sale. So I'm like watching online, and the day after Christmas, they say that they're having it online only. They're only going to have, I think, a 30% off sale in store that day. But the online sale was all week, and it was 50% off all hardbounds. So I spent quite a bit of time on the computer going through and reading synopsis of several different books so I could figure out which ones I liked and what I wanted. So this one sounded really good, and I love those like kind of mystery borderline thriller. I don't like too much thriller where it's stressing me out or gory, but I do like those thriller, like whodunit kind of mystery things. And this one is by Eleanor Barker White, and it is called My Name Was Eden. Does it have a photo? Okay. Yeah. Oh, she kind of looks similar to the last author I just shared. But the short of this, because I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but I will hold this up and let you see the story, and you can pause it. But the short of this that I remember, which I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds so crazy, is there's a set of twins that are in an accident. And at first I thought it was like when they were born, but I believe they're like either teenagers or somewhere around that age, because it kind of gives you that impression at some point. But anyhow, the two twins are in an accident. One of them passes away, and when the mother takes home the twin, she's thinking it's one twin, but the twin keeps saying she's the name of the twin that passed away, that she's actually alive. But I don't really know too much more. I mean, this could go in many, many different ways. Like, I don't know if it's like really the twin is still, the second twin is really alive, or is it more of that one really did pass, or does this girl have like some kind of brain trauma? We don't know, but I'm going to be enjoying reading this. And I told my friend Heather about it, and she ordered this so we can do a buddy read. We've been doing buddy reads lately where we're both read the same book at the same time, and we'll limit like our chapters, and then we like stop, say, okay, after chapter such and such, stop, and then we talk about it. So we've been enjoying doing that for a couple books now, but she ordered this as well, so we're going to be buddy reading it in the future. Okay, so I'm gonna save my one Disney one for the end, but this one, again, if you've been following me for any amount of time or watch any of my book hauls or my book kind of related videos, this is my #1 favorite author, has been since I was a kid, and I've been reading her since I was a kid, and that is Patricia Cornwell. This is her new book. Let me just quickly show her photo here. And I didn't care what it was about. Like, this is a Scarpetta novel, which is a character she's written about since the very beginning. And this is the 28th book in the series right now. And I was like, hey, I'm getting it, because I really enjoy the Scarpetta novels. And a funny story is, I've had, I think the last 8, like this 8, I haven't read like the last 8 in the series. I'm almost caught up, but I've been stopping to read all these other books. So I just recently started reading a book called Bone Bed, and that is the 20th book, I believe, in the series. So I want to get closer to being caught up in all of her series. But some of her books, and this one's a little bit more on a smaller scale, some of her books are like 500 to 700 pages, and they're like this thick. And the book I'm reading now is about this thick. It's 453 pages, I think. So that's a lot. But I am really enjoying reading it so far. You know, especially because it's kind of like going back to old friends, because it's the same characters. It's the same set of like 4, 5, 6 characters in every book. So it's really neat. Okay, so I have now left the very cool one for the end, and just happened to come across this. Yeah, I just saw this and I was like, what? Oh no, I have to get this. And at first I thought it was like one of those Twisted Tale ones, but it's not. It's a completely different author, person. It's not even part of Twisted Tales. So here it is. It's called Prince of Glass and Midnight. And as you can see, Cinderella is running down the stairs here. And it said, it's got this really pretty glass slipper on the back, and it says, do find the magic, do solve the mystery, don't forget the girl. So the short of this, and again, here, let me hold this up, and you can pause it if you want to. But the short story behind this is the prince is going through some trials at the castle. Here's a quick shot of the author. The prince is going through some trials at the castle. He's kind of unhappy, and he remembers this childhood friend that he had named Ella from the town or the village that's, you know, the castle's over. And he wants to look her up. He's like, yeah, I want to look her up and kind of see how she is and befriend her. But there's something weird about the town, the village itself. If you stay there too long, your memory is wiped. So the synopsis on this, when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh. So it basically says, can the prince find his friend Ella, rekindle their friendship and or / love, find each other before their memories are erased or before they forget each other again? So it's really crazy, I know, right? So I'm like really looking forward to reading this. It says a Disney Prince novel. It's really cool because, you know, it has Cinderella. It's got the prince's side of the story, kind of story about him now, which will be fun. So really looking forward to reading this one as well. Well, that is it. I hope you enjoyed seeing these books. Let me know if you have any of them, if you've read any of them, if you're now wanting to go out and get any of them and read them since you have seen this, and maybe we can all do like a buddy read kind of thing. That would be really great. So if you haven't done so, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to put on your notification bell so you don't miss when I post a video. I don't post them every week anymore. I kind of just post them when I have content. I'm trying to get a little more regular where it's maybe every couple weeks so I can kind of keep a flow and the algorithm going with YouTube, because I kind of feel like I get people and lose people because of that reason. But I don't necessarily want to force content every week. I want to just put content out when I have things that I think are fun or interesting or that I want to share with you guys, whether it's Disney or not Disney. So I hope that you guys enjoy that part. All right, thanks again. Happy New Year, and I will talk to you all soon. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.